would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Okay, enough of that. Hi guys, welcome to Bella's Bargains. My name is Amy. So today is, can you guess? Because I sing that song every time I do this challenge. What would you make? W-O-O-D. Not W-O-U-L-D, like the song. Anyway, but I love that song. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so today's challenge is brought to us by, take a moment to thank our sponsors. Hold on, I gotta get the picture up. There it is. All right, so it's the What Would You Make challenge. Oh, there we go. So it's Rustic and Lace DIY and Divine Design are the two channels that are hosting it. And our co-host is Crafting My Best Life. Now, you know how this goes. Those are all gonna be linked down below in my description box. Some of those channels I'm sure you know of, the three of them, and maybe one or two you don't. Go check them out, please. And also the playlist will be down there. And this playlist is so much fun. I love this one. All right, now normally, if you come to my channel, if you're visiting, if you're just here because of the playlist, welcome. We start every video with a song. We just moved to Mexico, and so I'm doing a lot of trash to treasure. However, today is not. Well, it is kind of. It was a piece of trash from Marcus's childhood that Amy saved and redid. So I'm not gonna show you what it looks like, which normally I do. Actually, I'm gonna take you through this whole process of how I did this. So let me explain what it is, and then you can watch what I did to it. So it's a little chair from Marcus's childhood, and it was pretty tattered. And as we were packing up to move to Mexico, you know, we were going through everything, and we stored stuff in our garage and whatnot. And he opened up one of his bins, you know, with all his memorabilia stuff in it, and there it was. And I was like, give me that. And I'm like, I'm gonna take it to Mexico, and because I'll have time, and I'm gonna redo that chair. So that's exactly what it did. So just so when you first see it, you're seeing it what it looked like. I actually filmed it and took pictures of it before I brought it to Mexico. And so that's what you're gonna see first. And then I took it all apart, like literally, it was all really loose anyway, so that it didn't take up much room and I could get it here. And then put it all back together, and voila. So enjoy this. So this little chair belonged to Marcus when he was little, and it's in kind of rough condition. The seat's all torn up. This is so brittle. Like, so I need to reweave it all. It's very wobbly. We got paint missing. It's missing the bracket across the seat. There's the hole for where that piece went, so that's gone, so I'll have to replace that. But we're gonna clean her all up and make it look really beautiful again. Down in Mexico. It's a great place to be doing this, I think. All right, so that's what she looks like now. So when I got done, I took this all apart, brought it down here, and I'm putting it back together now. I'm trying to make sure I figure out where the dowels go. And then here's my dowel that I have to replace on this chair, which is a little bit thicker, but that was fine. And I've already sort of sanded down one side just to see how far I have to get it down. Those are Jack's teeth marks. And so I'm outside sanding it,
very
and
good progress.
this is Jack's.
No, not
fun
that
with
side.
it.
Just this side, Jax. Just that side. Just at the end. No, just the end for me. No, not the middle. Just the end. Just the end. There you go. There you go. Get a big chunk out of the end. There you go. Yeah. Then he spits out the wood. big chunks off of it already. Good job, Jax. Good job. Oh, can you get it out? It's like meat stuck in your teeth. Want mommy to help you? Come here, Jax. Did you get it? There it is. Well, don't get back up, you goofball. Good boy. Keep spitting out pieces of wood, huh? Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. He's got it down to that, and all of this wood all over. No, not that side, Jax, just this one. So he's doing a number on it.
So after he got it gnawed down pretty good, I had to finish it up and sand some more to get some better points on that so I could glue this in. Now, at first I used school glue. I do glue it with wood glue later on, the front one, but school glue worked perfectly for putting it together initially because I didn't have any wood glue. But then I had wood glue on the front dowel as the very last step, actually. All right, so now we have to sand it. This thing is like so dirty, but I didn't want to remove all the paint. I wanted, to still have that sort of aged look to it and really lean into the fact that it was old and tattered. I want to update the painting on it and update the color on it and so on and so forth. But cleaning it wasn't doing it. I really needed to sand all the grime off. And so it was not a super heavy duty sandpaper. And again, I didn't want to sand all the paint off. I just wanted to sand the dirt off. And I'm going to show you here in a second just sanded versus unsanded. But I'm showing you, look at how dirty. Ah! Ugh. Yeah, pretty gross. And the wood dowels are pretty plain because they were wrapped for the seat, right? Except for the bottom three have some yellow left on them. And then the front one, of course, is wood because I've put a new one in there. See that? Sanded versus unsanded. And so we're cleaning it up, getting all that off there. I'm not removing even the painted on design. That'll be a guide for me actually when I go to repaint it. Okay, so there's a really good picture. See, sanded versus unsanded. Now I'm going to take some water and a paintbrush, and the original color of this is yellow. We're going to stick with that yellow. We might as well again lean into what it already was. This is probably a brighter yellow, I would say, than what was on this. This is more of a like a sunflower or canary yellow. It's pretty bright, and it was a more subdued yellow, I think, initially. More of a, a daisy yellow. But I really want to bring out that Mexico feeling in it and make it really, really colorful. So this is a wash. Now the reason I'm doing a wash and not a direct paint is because see on the bottom of that leg there where we can see the wood and we can see the original paint and where it's come off and the wear on it. I like that, and I want to keep that. And so by doing a whitewash, I really pop the yellow in. You'll see this becomes pretty bright, but I can still see the old chair and the wood and the wear on it. I think I do like 3 coats of the wash. I would put it on and then let it dry and then go back and put it on and so on and so forth. And there you go. You can see see how bright it is now? But it still looks old and tattered. I really love this. Yeah. Anyway, so then I think I put one more coat, and you can see every time I add a coat, it just sort of brightens up. See that? It just like poof, that yellow gets really bright. And I want to say it was 3 coats of dry wash. All right, but it doesn't matter. It would be however many you want to get to the brightness that you want or the color that you want or whatever it is that you happen to be doing. All right, now, this was a bold move. I decided to paint those bottom rungs and really bring some vibrant color into this. So the top rungs I know are going to get woven, but I did whitewash them with the yellow because I know they're going to peek through the weave of the seat. so I did do the yellow on them. And I actually did it on the bottom rungs too, and then decided to do this vibrant color. So what I'm doing is the colors that I'm putting on these bottom rungs are the colors that I'm going to use to repaint the design. So the pink, the blue, the orange, and the green. Now, I literally wasn't sure about the order that I put the colors in. Now that it's all done, I'm glad I did it this way. Pink was the color in front, and it's the least used color, I guess is a good way to say it. So this is just personal design, but for me, I put the darker colors on the side, the green and the blue, and the lighter colors, the orange and the pink, on the front and the back. It's almost like a balance for me. That order, I mean, like if I had gone pink, blue, green, orange, you would have had, anyway, I hope you understand kind of what I'm saying. So there they go. These are all, and I sort of watered these down a little bit too, so it wasn't a super heavy duty color. Now I have markers, and so I'm taking my markers and I'm outlining sort of the design to give me a guide when I go to paint, and it also gives me pretty good lines. But it was mostly done just for following. So there I've done the whole chair, I've outlined it, and now we're going to start painting. So again, these are the same four colors, right? That blue, that orange, that green, and that pink. And those are the only, white, I do add white, but is white a color? I don't know. So I just used those four colors and did a lot of mixing and a lot of bleeding of the colors into each other. And I really love the way this came out. So I didn't stay, the design is not exact. I went with a more full flower on the original chair. It was like just like a brush stroke petals. And I wanted to do a little bit brighter design. So again, followed their pattern, so to speak, but then just gave it my own little bright twist, sort of. And in the end, I think this looks, it came out so good. I love this. So I'm going to stop talking and let you guys watch me paint this for a bit. Secrets weave the chair now, and if you've been watching my channel before, you saw me do a little chair in a thrift flip, last year, or maybe the beginning of this year. Anyway, I did this same thing where I did a weaving and put a plant in it. And I just love the way that this comes out, because obviously I'm not going to use this like for sitting, because yeah, you can't. We don't have any toddlers anyway. And so instead we're going to use it as a decor piece and put a floral plant in the middle of it. So the weaving here is just basically you go around a corner and then cross to the other side, around the corner, cross to the other side. So I'm not going to really try and explain this weaving too much, just because until you're into it, you can't, it's so hard. But this took a lot, because this was a pretty thick twine that I used. I didn't have any Dollar Tree jute twine. This was the only twine that I found at the local Home Depot that was going to work. And so it took a lot. Yeah, my hands hurt afterwards. And I've been having like arthritis issues. So in the end, Marcus came and helped me do the final pull-throughs. But all I do is do the four corners. I went four times. And then you weave in the sides. So you'll see here, sorry, slightly out of frame. But once I got it to where I want, then I stop going across so that we leave that hole in the middle, right? I could not do it where I did the triangle on each corner, because there was a difference in the levels. But anyway, now, I didn't like the color of this, so I took some instant coffee, and that was left here by the previous people that rented here, and we don't drink instant coffee, but I saved it to craft with, and it does a phenomenal job of just toning down this white, and I love how this chair came out. Is it not the cutest thing in the whole wide world? Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna bring it out. Okay, so it's so cute. I'm gonna take the plant out but I did go get a nice little plant to stick in there. I'll probably kill the plant, but that's okay, and then I'll put a faux one in there. But I did pick a pot that was that beautiful blue. Okay, so here's what I love about this. Like we moved to Mexico, and then I make this cute little Mexico themed chairs. And it's just so vibrant and so beautiful. Marcus loves it, even though I put pink on the front dowel. But in Mexican, I'm hitting myself. In the Mexican culture, all the vibrant colors that they use, pink is one of them. Like these are pretty much their primary colors that they use and all that stuff. And I just followed what was already a lead from the design that was on there. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the weaving. Now, this is literally, it was the wrong material to use. However, I think I'm going to seal this and put it outside, because we don't have much room inside. And so for that purpose, this is great stuff, because it's going to last forever. But I could have done it with a raffia, which would have been fine too, a little bit easier, which is more along the lines of what was on it originally. And I don't have any jute twine. I don't have a Dollar Tree here, so this was the only twine rope I could find. But so see that design? The other option when you're doing something like this is to do the corners, and you just like triangle. However, if you'll notice, this rod is lower than this one. So they had it like to a slant forward, so that did not work. So I ended up doing the old tried and true crisscross weave, make a square in the middle, and put our plant in. It's so stinking cute, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I hope you guys love, 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 love that. At the very end here, I'm gonna just do a before and an after so you guys can see that. And gosh, I just hope you love it because it was so much fun. Marcus loves it, and I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, pretty proud of my little, and you know I love to paint, so this was fun to do. Okay, guys, everybody, thanks again for watching. Don't forget, if you're still here, write pink in the comments. And don't forget to go watch that playlist, the What Would You Make playlist. It's so much fun. And thanks again to Rustic and Lace DIY, Divine Designs, and Crafting My Best Life for hosting this. I love the challenges, and they're so much fun to do. So this technically wasn't Trash to Treasure, or was it? It might have ended up in the trash, but I saved it. And that dowel, by the way, was what I got from the 22 peso store, my Dollar Tree here. And it was a dowel that came out of a paper towel holder, but I bought it for the dowel so that I could put it in this chair. Okay, everybody, we'll see you next time here on Bella's Bargain. So have a great day, great week, a great life. And as always, what would you do if I moved into Mexico? Well, hopefully you'll keep watching me. That's what we're doing here, having some fun in Mexico. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time here on Bella's Bargains. Thanks for watching. Love you, besties. I did it again. I've got to remember that Ferdinand is here. Ferdinand, like, I'm so sorry. I know. Okay, I'm not ignoring you. Oh, guys, you guys got to remind me to talk to Ferdinand. All right, we'll see you next time here. Thanks for watching. Toodles.